How y'all doing, family? We are back again. We say we are back and kids do not smoke that crack. Desires Energy is back in the building. Our podcast is designed because we want to inspire action in everybody you know with big desires in life. I have an artist next to me, Dale Music.
Yes, sir.
Me and him go back. We've been multiple events. We've seen each other, Iconic Studios, performances, all of that, man. This dude is an artist. He's not even up and coming. He already has some clout behind him. You know, he's been pushing, making music, been doing his thing. So he can introduce himself to the people real quick.
Yeah, man. Once again, man, I go with that name of Dale Music. That's my boy right here. I'm dedicated to entertain the love of music because I do different genres, man. That's all it is.
How long have you been doing music?
I've been doing music for quite a while. I took it serious for myself a couple of years now, and it's just been going up from there.
Okay, so what caused you to just start taking it serious the last couple of years? Was it COVID? Was it like, what's going on?
It wasn't even that, man. It was just me that having a lot of artist friends and stuff, and just them telling me that my sound or my cadences or whatever that I was just messing around with was just really good. And it was just like, man, you need to go in the studio because you got this. You know what I mean? Like, you're a star. And it just went from there.
Yeah. So I always like to go back in time with it. About, if you even remember, how old were you when you first started getting into music? And so
I want to say maybe 7 or 8, man. Just listening to my brothers pull out the CDs and listening to all these different records and stuff from Lauryn Hill to Busta Rhymes, and I'm just doing my own thing. And they was like, okay, I see you.
What has been the hardest thing so far over these past couple of years in particular of being an artist? Like, what's one of the things that you're learning from day-to-day grind?
I would say, man, marketing, man, and just, pushing yourself. It's real hard when you're independent. You know what I mean? So that's just the most is trying to get heard, trying to be seen.
Okay, so is your goal to stay independent, or are you looking at it like if the right deal comes along from a label or something you'd actually be interested in?
I would say both, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm doing all this traction by myself and I'm getting out there, that's fine. But normally when you have a collaborative team, like, you just reach out more because I'm trying to be global. So if that comes along with the right deal and everything is right, I'm on it.
Okay. And what would you say, out of all the songs that you've created and performed so far, which one has the most impact for you? Which one means the most to you from an emotional standpoint?
I want to say maybe Wasted. My song Wasted.
And what is it about?
It's basically that type of feeling that you have with somebody where it's like you in love or you just feel that type of deep interconnection with somebody, man. That's really what it is. Like you wasted on somebody, whether it's physical or with the drink. So it's like, it's emotional.
Okay. So are you an artist full time right now, or do you work during the week and then you do stuff on the weekend?
I work in the week and I do my artistry after.
Okay, what is that like, trying to actually balance the two? Because man, it's a passion thing.
It's real hard, like sleepless nights and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I know what I want and where I want to be, so I gotta push. I gotta push on, gotta get it.
So, man, we all have people that mean a lot to us in life, man. Usually it comes from family, sometimes it's friends, significant others. Who do you wish could see you succeed that it hasn't already? Because I'm sure you've already had successes up until now, especially if you look at all his content, his social media and all of that, man, he's been working for real. So I want to know, who do you wish, like, in your mind when you dream and think about it, that you want to see you succeed at the highest level?
Honestly, man, I want to see everybody, man, like people that don't know me yet. That's basically, to be honest, that's what it is. The people that I do want to see me are seeing me right now and with me with my journey. So really, it's just people that I don't know, because no matter if my songs are 2 years old, it's new to you when you hear it. So I'm trying to get to people that haven't heard me yet.
It's all about reach. So what would you say, because again, our goal is to inspire, but we also want to get practical steps on how we can all go about achieving our dreams. So do you have any tips on marketing strategies, like the way that you promote your music and get it out there? Because a lot of artists can do a lot of creating, but they don't necessarily know how to get their music out. So do you have any, like, 1 or 2, 3 steps that you can give the up and coming artists on how they can possibly get their music out and promote it better?
For sure, man. I'm old school, so I literally go out and tell literally everybody, if it's 100 people in the room, to go check out my music, man. Ain't nothing better than self and direct contact. So that's one of the things I would say: get out your comfort zone and go to people and tell them about your music. You know what I'm saying? Present yourself and give the best product of yourself that you can be, versus the Instagram and YouTube.
Okay. So you're saying in person is a lot better than trying to use social, like DMs and emails and such like that?
To an extent. I mean, somebody can watch your page and in that split second they could lose your attention. But if you sell yourself to somebody to an extent and, hey, check out my music, share with family and friends, and they go to check out your information and your content and they see really that you got something going, they'll want to be on top of that bandwagon train and tell their friends or family, hey, I met this such and person. You know what I mean? So it's just, once again, the direct contact might be the best thing ever. It's just like if you put your content out to check out your merch, they'll see it. But if you really tell them and they feel the fabric and everything, like, oh, like, I like this fabric, I like this, material that you have, you can more get a higher reach with this person that you just had contact with.
Okay, and then when you're meeting these people in person, are you giving them your card, or like how are you giving them? How are you getting them the information that they need in order to follow you or listen to your music and all of that?
So I don't go anywhere without my cards, man. I'm trying to tell you to scan my card, check it out, and I have one for you.
Put this in the camera.
Upside down.
Yeah. I want to go tablet. Make sure y'all can see that in the camera, because like I said, you gotta make sure you strapped and ready. And like I'm asking these simple questions because a lot of people, they need simple answers, step by step. Like, yo, how do I get this? And like, even you can go even further with this. But nah, we don't even need to do that. We're not going to insult y'all intelligence. Y'all know how to get cards made, man. Business cards, go to Office Depot, places, anywhere you want. Just have your information ready to give people. And like, definitely word of mouth in person is one of the most impactful ways to get anything out. Business, music, your artistry, and everything else in between.
And with that adding on, like, anybody that knows their music will tell you I'm one of the hardest networking artists in Houston, because I do this.
Facts. Same way. That's how we met them. Iconic Studio. Look you eye to eye, shake your hand, and introduce yourself. It goes a long way. So we about to go into a life question right here. If you could go back 18 years, what would you do the exact same way all over, leading up until now?
To be honest, I would change a little bit of things in terms of if I knew I would be here at this point, I would do a little more things to be a little more educated, learn more instruments and stuff, to even make my own music and stuff like that, and just be more ahead of the game in terms of where I am now.
Okay, so let's go into that. So you said learning instruments, and so what deficiencies is that one of the deficiencies you've noticed, where it's like certain sounds and music you might want to create, but because you have maybe limited skills in regards to music or regards to percussions and things, that's kind of held you back from some of the sounds that you're trying to get to right now?
In necessarily in terms of like, let's say if I go online and I buy a beat, like you basically leasing this beat or something like that, if you don't know
how to make it yourself.
Exactly, or you know a producer that you really know. So it's just being on top of you having your own masters, in terms of you have your masters and your songs, you know what I mean, versus you splitting the cost within a producer and yourself. So if you can do certain things for yourself, that would be better if I had known that. Or even just having to play a piano or an instrument while I'm performing live would bring a little more cadence to my craft, probably.
That makes a lot of sense. So basically, building your skill set is always a plus. Your personal skills,
yes.
Or even just having a team around you in-house, so that way you don't have to outsource and get people's permission, and just basically you can move a lot faster, if anything.
Right. And then another thing too I want to add is, let's just say I'm in a studio session with a senior engineer. Maybe he's not a producer. So if I have a little extra air of, man, I wouldn't mind doing this if I'm doing it with my mouth, I wouldn't be able to tell him to do it all myself, because I can't do it.
Right. Hey, like I said, everything he's talking about, those are small things that up-and-coming artists going to come against. So especially if you're young, or no matter what age you are, definitely start practicing a lot of the small things, the small skills, so that way everything can come together a lot easier, especially as you go further and further along. So our brand is Desire is Energy. So we're all about what you desire in life. If you can have one desire, what would that be?
My one desire is to be global. As I said, with my music, that's how far I want to reach. I don't want to just hit it with the United States, but even from my country where I'm from, Dominica, or anywhere else in the world. I'm trying to get my music to reach out as far as I can to other continents and countries. So I want to be global. That's my desire.
Perfect. And wait, what do you say? Where you from again?
The island of Dominica in the Caribbean.
How old were you when you moved away?
I came to the U.S. in 2011.
Okay, so you was like pretty much almost grown, teenager grown.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with that, well, you was already into music by then, right? When you left, or did you get into it once you got here?
So I was already into music, but I didn't take it serious like how I'm taking it now, because I was more or less on my studies and stuff like that.
Gotcha. That makes sense. From your experience so far, what do you think is the most important personality trait that an artist should have or possess?
Be yourself, man. Be organic, be genuine. Don't change, just be yourself. If this is who you are and your cadence, like, keep up with it. It'll help you to develop your brand and be known to be who you are, not a copycat or taking it from somebody else. Just be yourself.
So I'm always like to play devil's advocate. So in that case though, what if a person looks at themselves and says, I don't have the personality, I don't have the charisma, I don't have the style that appeals to the masses? Like, what if they're kind of like downplaying themselves, like they in their own head, like, I'm trying to be myself, but it seems like people don't like my true self?
What I would say is, regardless of that fact, that you still, be yourself, because whether you are the best or what you are, people gonna knick-knack at what they want in terms of you being yourself. People are gonna paint you as this image or make you to be something that that they want, that they see in somebody else. So you just being yourself helps you to create and sustain that self level of what you want to be. That's the best that I would say.
That makes sense. Like I said, I'm operating, I'm not in music, but I'm operating the same way in business. It's like, at the end of the day, doing you, being yourself, that's the only way you're going to have true peace.
Right, because making mistakes, people are going to hate on you for it and want you to change when it could be something else. You know what I mean? So just stick to being yourself and who you are.
Facts. Like I said, people going to hate on you no matter what. So you might as well do what you love to do, because you'll be happier in the end than doing what everybody else wants and still being unhappy. Because validation.
Make a mistake,
Exactly.
Trying to be something else. I know they're going to hate you for it and be like, why did you even attempt it?
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. People will literally, they'll tell you to do something, and then when you do it, say, why did you listen to me? Why were you so dumb to listen to us? So if it doesn't make you happy, if it's not something that's true to you, more importantly, don't stress about trying to be like everybody else. Because let's be real, most people ain't satisfied with themselves. Most people don't even know what they want to do in life. So why would you let them direct your life? You feel
Exactly.
me? What's something that new artists might not know about the music industry? Something that you've learned over the last couple of years that you think people, if they started a month ago, they might not even know about? Or be
Everything out there in the industry is, I wouldn't exactly say a facade, but is built to look like something, so you could get lost or trapped in it trying to spend money or doing things to follow or join something that maybe not as what it seems. So as long as you find the right people and you try to educate yourself and learn things, I think you'll go a long way than trying to join up the things that you see that not be as what it seems.
Makes sense. At the end of the day, it's all marketing. So however the artists portray themselves, the group, the groupies, the pop, however you want to call it, the gang that's around them, everything is all a marketing strategy. Somebody is deliberately having them dress a certain way. Some people, they deliberately having them walk, go to certain places, look a certain way. So don't underestimate the power of marketing, because that happens in business, and music is a business as well. And speaking of that, let's talk a little bit about the business side. So from, just like you kind of already alluded to in regards to the facades and being careful, like, what advice do you have to that up and coming artist when they are, let's say, going to the negotiating table to deal with beat makers and other people like that?
I want to say, have everything that you need. Be on top of your game in terms of getting your music registered, getting a ASCAP or BMI. Just everything that you need to do on the business wise already have. Get your foundations in than just wanting to do music and trying to, do things and it's not the right way. and then you fall into problems when you blow up or you make it, because now you have legal issues or you have things that you have to double back or go back to do that you couldn't do before. So just, if you're going to do something, just do it all the right way. Go 100% on it. Don't half-ass it.
Thanks. Don't have no cracks in your foundation, because that whole building coming down, no matter how big. And like I said, I always, I like to relate everything back over to business. The same thing with us. We're trying to start, now that we're starting to get some momentum, we definitely trying to practice building better systems, things to where we can contain 10 times the amount of volume than before.
Right.
Because at first it was kind of just me, trying stuff out, being wild with it. But after a while, once you start growing and growing, same thing what he's talking about, you have to definitely start creating pathways and systems that create a strong enough foundation, so that way the pressure doesn't cause you to crack.
And at this point, like, you feel like you're seasoned and curated to it, so you have a better understanding of it, where you can really go more of one direction than when you're just trying to play with it and figure it out. And that's true.
Facts. So, and that's it. So, if you had to be hated for one thing only, but you had to be hated for it, what would you want that to be?
I want to be hated because I want to say that I'm multi-genre. The fact that I can do hip-hop, R&B, Caribbean, Afro, that's what I would want to be hated on, that he's just so multi-talented with the genres that he do.
So he's just better than you. That's the point. You got a lot of action going on. I want to know, what do you have coming up real soon? I know you have some projects you're working on, some performances coming up, so let me know what's going on. And also, who you rolling with, because I know I've been seeing a lot of posts, a lot of things on your page, so looks like you got some team coming around.
Right, so right now I'm linked in with 12110 Music, that got my back. They also affiliated with Teddy Tuesdays. In terms of stuff and content that I have coming out, I'm about to drop my new music video, Come Closer, coming out real soon. Is that Caribbean Afro vibe beat. I do have my 2 songs that's really blowing up right now. It's called Wasted, that's R&B and Unusual. And then for hip hop, I got Alter Ego. In terms of performances, you can check out my Instagram to get all my information that's coming out and content that I got going on.
Yeah, we're gonna tag all of that to the post. We're gonna make this a story post, YouTube, everything. You're gonna see we're gonna put all his ad information, so y'all can make sure y'all follow him and support for real. Don't just watch the video and keep scrolling. Make sure you actually go to his page, follow his Instagram, subscribe to his YouTube, everything else, and support. Even come to his shows, because he performs around Houston, but I'm sure he travels. He does multiple events in different cities. So y'all make sure y'all come tap in with Dale Music. We've had another podcast with Desires Energy. I know we're keeping this one short, but it's sweet and concise, and it's compact with information that y'all need to know. So remember, family, once you get that desire to achieve, you got to get energy to work towards it. Peace out. Have a blessed day, and we'll see y'all next time.
Alright, man, y'all like R&B, right? I say y'all like R&B, right? Alright, well, this song is called Wasted, man. I hope y'all love this shit.
Been thinking about you lately, been thinking about your love. Oh, I'ma give you that summer vibe, that winter, that autumn, that summer vibe. Give you 365. I make that shit come back around. I give you love all the time. Give you that sweet sense of love.